One night in the city, John comes home to his wife Karen. However, they don't talk very much and have dinner in different rooms. Their relationship is clearly in shambles. They do sit together to watch the news and learn about an infection that has been quickly spreading. John thinks it's just some big pharmaceutical company trying to cash in and even blames them for the virus, but Karen ignores his theories. When John announces he'll grade some papers before going to bed, Karen tries to say something but decides to leave the talk for tomorrow. The next morning, John hears a plane flying too close, which makes a hole in his roof before it crashes nearby. At that moment, Karen finally wants to talk, but John leaves to investigate the incident. He doesn't hear her say she wants a divorce. Outside, John looks at the plane crashed on the side of a building, causing a big fire. Their neighbors tell John that infected people are biting, so he returns home to tell Karen while they keep hearing sirens outside. They look out the window and discover that infected people have become zombies, who are currently attacking people to feed on. The couple immediately turns on the news and Karen drinks while watching reporters tell everyone to stay inside. Then they check on their food and realize they don't have much, which causes so much stress for John that he rushes to the bathroom to throw up. Karen wants him to get supplies from the neighbor's apartment, pointing out that he should be safe in the corridor and nobody cares about illegal acts anymore. She also promises to take turns. Moments later, John comes back with food and says their neighbor's door was open. Karen agrees to go, but first she puts on a helmet, gloves, and tapes a knife to her shoe. Before leaving, she tells John to take out the moving boxes from the closet so they can use them to store stuff. When Karen returns with more supplies, John asks if the boxes meant she was planning on leaving him or she only got them to put things in storage. Karen only says yes. Afterward, she sends John out with protection to get the neighbor's big TV. That evening, the news reporter announces this is their last broadcast, claiming they'll come back when the situation stabilizes. He reminds everyone to stay inside and avoid physical contact with others. Military teams are evacuating people, so anyone in need of rescue must put an X on their windows. Updates will be done on the radio at 3 in the afternoon. The couple uses tape to add the X to their windows, and later that night a helicopter flies by, but it doesn't stop for them. The next morning, John finds Karen coming back with more stuff. She says she couldn't sleep, so she searched neighboring apartments because they don't know how long they'll be stuck there. John makes her promise they'll give back the stuff when the pandemic is over, but he's very disappointed to see Karen has taken non-essential things, like pretty dresses. Afterward, John's afraid that the zombies may get in and searches for ways to defend himself, like using spray on a lighter to improvise a flamethrower. Karen helps him gather all the knives and hammers in the apartment and some flour to mess with visibility. At 3, a government official on the radio announces that there's still no known cause for the pandemic and that only certain parts of the world are affected, promising that they're working hard to keep electricity and water working. Trying to keep themselves busy, the couple plays cards. John thinks things will go back to normal because history shows that humanity always recovers from big events like the Black Plague. However, Karen is annoyed by his constant positive attitude and starts drinking even though it's morning. When John calls her out, Karen points out she's been drinking every day for a year and he hasn't noticed. He follows her to the nursery and they finally discuss the elephant in the room. It turns